Welcome back. A look at business, but let's take care of business before we do that. I was talking to Stephanie Henry, our lovely Stephanie Henry, who's wearing a beautiful red, and I've been wearing this mustardy thing. Oh, there's Stephanie Henry wearing the ketchup red.
Ketchup, you're the mustard.
And what did we say in makeup? Yeah, we just need a relish.
We
Guess
need relish.
what? We found the relish. Kris McCusker, good morning.
Hey. Perfect condiments right here.
I love it.
Wants a hamburger.
I love it.
There it is. That was all our shtick. That's all we have. That's all we got. We've got nothing other than just to show these colors. That's it.
That's it. So,
Okay. All right, bye, Steph.
Fun.
bye.
Okay, see ya. Kris McCusker, we've got more to talk about than relish. Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, let's get to business now. Let's start to gas prices, shall we? We saw the jump, and then we look at oil prices, and we see the effect, of course.
Yeah, so this is the good news, bad news that I always talk about, Mel. So the price for oil a little higher this morning. We're hearing today that we're likely to see a U.S. supply report that will show a drawdown in crude supplies, and usually that moves the price for oil higher, because that has investors and others concerned about supplies going forward. So we're seeing oil up slightly. We're going to get that data out of the U.S. later on today. So the bad news is the gas prices went up. The good news is the price for oil should provide a lift to Bay Street, which is coming off a triple-digit decline. Shares in CN Rail also likely to provide a lift today. So the company reported record second quarter revenues and a 28% rise in profits year over year amid that major spike in crude oil and container sales figures. The Montreal-based company says total revenues rose 21%. This report did beat analysts' expectations. And the company, get this, also says in its outlook that it does not anticipate a recession. Shares in Tech Resources likely to be active as well today. Don Lindsay, who has been the president and CEO since 2005, will step down in September. This comes nearly 2 years after Lindsay was under fire from some investors over pay and performance, and he even faced calls for his ouster in 2020. So once again, lots of activity on Bay Street expected today.
Oh, boy. Okay. You're also following earnings reports from some heavy hitters and looking ahead to what's going to be happening in the U.S. with an announcement.
Well, and it's kind of interesting because we heard from both Microsoft and Alphabet, and similar stories here. So at Microsoft, they saw the slowest earnings growth in 2 years in the latest quarter. The company hit by a sharp decline in its cloud business, declining video game sales, and a strong U.S. dollar. So sales for fiscal Q4 came in at $51.9 billion. But the company offered a forecast for strong revenue growth and an expectation for double-digit growth. Over at Alphabet, the slowest quarterly growth in 2 years there, as advertisers reined in spending amid fears a recession could be coming. Revenue in the April to June quarter worked out to $69.7 billion. That was up 13% from last year, but it was in line with expectations. So the numbers overall at Alphabet, not as bad as feared. Both Alphabet and Microsoft shares moving higher in pre-market trade. So maybe a little bit of relief or some calm as we head into this interest rate announcement in the U.S. this afternoon. Very likely to see a hike of 75 basis points.
Okay, we'll be watching that. And finally, are you much of a napper, Kris? You like to nap?
I am. What about you?
It depends on the day, but listen, I could fall asleep. If you said to me, fall asleep right now in commercial break for just give yourself 2 minutes, I could do it. I love it that much, but this is not good news.
I know. So we are looking at potential serious health effects for people who nap, and we're talking about high blood pressure and potentially having a stroke. This is not good news, Mel. The study says basically exposure to light during sleep is the problem. The study is published in the Hypertension. It's an American Heart Association journal, and it shows that study participants who typically nap during the day were 12% more likely to develop high blood pressure over time, 24% more likely to have a stroke compared to people who never napped. Now, if the person was younger than 60, napping most days did raise the risk of developing high blood pressure by 20% compared with people who never or rarely nap. Now, I'm sure they're not talking about us, Mel, right?
It's definitely not us in this study. I mean, I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to like it. Sometimes you just need a little shut-eye, and that helps.
Yes.
That helps everything. Good 20 minutes, and you're done.
Yeah. Oh, you know, those 20-minute
Quick
ones. Wow. Yeah, those are
refresh.
crazy powerful. Yes.
There are studies about this, that the perfect nap is a certain amount of time. And if you go over that, then you're in trouble in your new cycle, right? Anyway, we could talk for
Well,
days.
and you said that you nap on some days and not others. So maybe this study doesn't apply to you. It's for people who nap every day.
That's what I think, Kris. All right. Have yourself a great day. Have a nap.
Yes, you too.
Talk to you later.